A visitor pulled into the driveway, looked at the house for less than 10 seconds, and confidently said, "That place must have cost at least $400,000. They weren't even close. The owner smiled, because that reaction was exactly what they had planned from the very beginning. This Barndominium wasn't built with an unlimited budget, luxury architects, or rare materials. Yet almost everyone who sees it makes the same expensive mistake. They assume it cost hundreds of thousands more than it actually did. So what's the secret? Is it the exterior? The windows? The roof line? The lighting? Or is there something almost nobody notices that quietly convinces your brain it's looking at a high-end custom home? Today, we're uncovering the design decisions that transformed an ordinary budget Barndominium into a home that looks like it belongs in a luxury magazine. We'll break down the features that create the illusion of wealth, the upgrades that are actually worth the money, and the surprisingly affordable choices that make guests believe they're standing inside a $400,000 home. Because in today's market, looking expensive isn't always about spending more. It's about knowing exactly where to spend. Before we uncover the secret, welcome to Barndo Dreams, Secrets They Don't Tell, where we reveal the hidden ideas behind today's most incredible Barndominiums. If you love smart designs, hidden features, and budget-friendly luxury, subscribe now. And don't miss our next episode, where we'll uncover hidden panic rooms inside Barndominiums that will absolutely blow your mind. Now, let's see how this $120,000 Barndo fooled everyone into thinking it cost $400,000. Before we reveal the design tricks, let's answer one important question. How can a $120,000 Barndominium be mistaken for a $400,000 home? The answer starts with the numbers. In 2026, a fully finished Barndominium can cost anywhere from about $65 to more than $200 per square foot, depending on the materials, finishes, and level of customization. While the average project lands around $230,000, the final price can vary dramatically, even between homes that look almost identical from the outside. Here's the secret most people never hear. The steel shell, the frame, roof, and exterior walls is often one of the more predictable parts of the budget. The biggest differences usually come later, in the finishes you choose and a handful of exterior details. That means two Barndominiums with the same basic structure can end up tens of thousands of dollars apart in cost. One may feature stock cabinets, basic flooring, and standard fixtures, while the other is filled with custom woodwork, premium finishes, and designer details. Yet in a photo, or even from the driveway, most people can't tell the difference. And that's where the illusion begins. Barndominiums already come with features that feel expensive: soaring ceilings, wide-open layouts, and exposed structural elements that would cost a fortune to recreate in many traditional homes. The real secret isn't spending more money. It's knowing which details convince people they're looking at a luxury home, and which expensive upgrades hardly anyone notices. Most people think a home's value is judged after they walk through the front door. They're wrong. In fact, your brain usually decides whether a home looks expensive within the first few seconds of seeing it. The first trick is color. A clean, modern palette, charcoal, black, slate, or soft white, instantly gives a Barndominium a custom-built appearance. Keeping one consistent color across the exterior looks intentional, while too many colors can make even an expensive home feel cheaper. Next comes texture. You don't need to cover the entire house in stone or wood. A small amount of stone veneer, wood accents, or board and batten trim around the entrance creates the same high-end impression for a fraction of the cost. Then there's window placement. Large statement windows attract attention, but the real secret is alignment. When window tops are lined up evenly across the front, the entire home feels professionally designed, even if the windows themselves are standard sizes. And finally, keep the roof simple. A clean gable roof with a welcoming covered entry often looks far more elegant than an overly complicated roofline filled with costly extras. Notice the pattern? None of these upgrades require a luxury budget. They're simply smart design choices that convince people they're looking at a much more expensive home. And once you step inside, the illusion becomes even more convincing. Once you step inside, the flooring does more work than almost any other feature. Why? Because it's one of the largest surfaces in the entire home, and it immediately shapes how expensive the space feels. One of the smartest budget-friendly choices is polished concrete. Since most barndominiums are already built on a concrete slab, polishing and sealing it costs far less than installing hardwood or natural stone. The result is a clean, modern floor that reflects light, makes rooms feel larger, and gives the home an upscale industrial look. Another great option is luxury vinyl plank, or LVP. Today's high-quality LVP closely resembles real hardwood, but costs much less. Choosing wide planks with a matte finish creates a warm, custom feel that most visitors would never guess is budget-friendly. The same idea applies in the kitchen. Instead of covering every countertop with expensive stone, many designers combine a butcher block island with quartz or concrete countertops around the edges. It creates contrast, adds character, and makes the kitchen look intentionally designed rather than built on a tight budget. That's the secret. Luxury isn't always about using the most expensive materials. It's about choosing the right materials in the right places. This is where many barndominiums either look custom-built or look like oversized barns. The first secret is cabinetry. You don't need expensive custom cabinets to create a luxury kitchen. Well-made shaker-style cabinets paired with a few open shelves can deliver the same clean, timeless look for much less. Next are the walls. Large barndominium interiors can feel cold if every wall is plain white drywall. Adding shiplap or wood-look accent panels in just one or two key areas brings warmth, texture, and a much more custom appearance without stretching the budget. Then there's one feature barndominiums already have built in: their exposed structure. Steel beams and open framing, which often cost extra to create in traditional homes, can become a striking design feature when embraced instead of hidden. And finally, there's lighting, the detail most people underestimate. A few carefully placed pendant lights, wall sconces, and warm lighting can completely transform how a room feels. In fact, great lighting often makes a bigger difference than expensive finishes. By this point, you can probably see the pattern. None of these ideas are about spending the most money. They're about making smart choices that quietly convince people they're standing inside a far more expensive home. One of the smartest ways to make a barndominium feel far more expensive is to build upward instead of outward. A loft or mezzanine creates the impression of a much larger home without the cost of adding another full story. You get soaring ceilings, dramatic open space, and extra living area, while avoiding much of the additional foundation and roofing costs. There's another hidden benefit. An open floor plan with a loft can often be heated and cooled efficiently with a well-designed HVAC system, reducing both installation costs and long-term energy bills. But perhaps the biggest advantage is visual. Stand in the living room and look up. Exposed beams, an open railing, and a vaulted ceiling instantly create the kind of architectural drama people associate with high-end custom homes. It's a perfect example of what we've been talking about throughout this video. Luxury isn't always created by spending more money. Sometimes it's created by using space more intelligently. Creating a luxury-looking barndominium isn't just about making the right choices. It's also about avoiding the wrong ones. The first mistake is doing too much. Mixing too many materials, colors, or textures makes a home feel busy instead of elegant. The most expensive-looking homes are often the simplest. The second is using cheap fixtures. Builder-grade faucets, handles, and light switches can instantly undermine beautiful flooring or a stunning kitchen. These small details are noticed more than most people realize. Third, don't cut corners on insulation. A poorly insulated metal building can develop condensation, leading to stains, rust, and costly repairs. Some shortcuts save money today, but cost far more tomorrow. Another common mistake is making the home too personal. Bold, permanent finishes may suit your taste, but they can hurt resale value. A timeless, neutral foundation lets the home appeal to more people while still looking custom. Finally, don't overlook the landscaping. Even the most beautiful barndominium can look unfinished if it's surrounded by bare dirt. A simple walkway, fresh mulch, and a few well-placed plants can completely change the first impression. Here's the takeaway. A luxury-looking barndominium isn't created by adding more. It's created by making smarter, more intentional decisions. If you're planning your own barndominium, the biggest savings happen before construction even begins. Start by deciding your finish level early. Changing materials, layouts, or fixtures after construction starts is almost always more expensive than getting the plan right from the beginning. Take time to map out your lighting, outlets, cabinets, and room layout before the slab is poured. Small changes on paper cost almost nothing. Changes during construction can cost thousands. And before you commit to a design, check your local zoning rules and any HOA restrictions, especially if you're planning a metal exterior. Remember, the shell is only part of the budget. Much of what makes a Barndominium feel luxurious comes from the finishes and design decisions inside. Plan wisely, and you'll spend less money while creating a home that looks far more expensive than it really is. So, can a $120,000 Barndominium really look like a $400,000 custom home? Absolutely, but only if you know where to spend your money and, just as importantly, where not to. Luxury isn't always built with a bigger budget. More often, it's built with smarter design decisions. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden design secrets, subscribe to Barndo Dreams. Secrets they don't tell, because next time we're revealing something even more surprising. Hidden panic rooms inside Barndominiums. Behind ordinary walls, bookshelves, and doors are secret spaces that most visitors never realize exist. And some of them are truly unbelievable. You won't want to miss that one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.